What's up, everybody? Check it out. Alright, so this is a pretty small sump. Not a whole lot to this. I'm going to show you the materials I used and how it was built. So, start taking it apart here. See right here, I have a little screw-on plug in the end. And you can barely see, but I drilled some holes in this. Maybe easier on the other side. Okay, I drilled some little holes in this. These are tiny, maybe 1 millimeter holes. Okay, this works as a sprinkler system. Pretty neat. You're gonna put your tube in the top. It's gonna run down, fill this with water. Little plug right here. If it leaks, who cares? This is gonna fill up, and it actually just kind of sprinklers the water out on both sides. And I have holes drilled on this side too. You can barely see them, but they're in the lettering. So this will actually just spray water out as it sits inside here. See my holes here? And it's going to sprinkler water out. Okay, so that's how this is set up. The top, I have an extra hole here, and I have some slits cut in it just in case my little holes get plugged up. The water can drain out of the lid, and I may have a mess, but I'm not going to have a huge mess. It's just kind of a safety feature. Let's get that out of the way. What is all this? Alright, so everybody's used one of these. It's a loofah. Okay, when you open this up, there's a little white string in there. See that white string? If you take that white string and you cut it with a pair of scissors, you can open these up. Boom. And that's what all this is right here. There's a bunch of stuff just fluffed and thrown in here. Okay, I have some zip ties that are holding this in, just to kind of hold this down, because this stuff is really springy. Okay, it springs. It's going to push up. It wants to expand out of this box, and it's just kind of packed in here. So inside here again we have our poly that we're using for our mechanical filter. Okay, you can see there's holes on the side. Now I am able to trap a little bit of water inside this, because this is maybe about ½ an inch right here. And then our holes on the side, we're going to filter our water on top of the media, the effect of the sprinkler. It goes like that. And this will work as our mechanical media. We just want to make sure that we cover up all the holes with the poly, so that way everything is being captured before it comes out. Okay, well, that's how we built that bad boy. As far as the box itself, sorry, I stuffed everything in here. As far as the box itself, this is just a plastic tote. This is a small one. My hand's about 6 inches, so I don't know, it's maybe 1 foot long and about 6 inches wide or so, maybe about 5 inches wide. This is a tapered box, as you can see. As far as this bad boy goes, it's just a PVC pipe that I've run in here. Just a little bit of silicone here, just to make sure it doesn't leak, but if it does, who cares? This is flowing straight into my tank anyway, so we're good. Okay, now, why did I do the ball valve on the end? Okay, this right here I can use to control my water. So if I want my water up to here, wherever I want my water, I can use this ball valve to control it. So I don't just want water sitting on the bottom and then draining straight out. I want it to be up above this a little bit, so we're going to capture as much of this biological media as we can, aka the loofah. So loofahs are awesome, man. Can't beat them. Pretty cool stuff. So this is how we're going to build this little sump. It's not a huge sump. I do run other filters inside my tank. So this bad boy right here isn't something that I'm using to filter my entire tank. It's just something to help me along, because I have a ton of fish in this tank. I've got probably about 350, 400 fry in there, as well as about 30 adult guppies. So I just wanted to make sure that I had enough filtration on this bad boy to, you know, be able to take care of all these fish. Now, with these totes, they have two different kinds. They have one that doesn't have the lock, and then they have another one that does. The reason I didn't go with the lock for this is because I wanted to use the ball valve, and the lock that goes on the bottom right here, it won't close because this is in the way. So I went ahead and used one of these right here, and it just snaps on, as you can hear. All right, so this is a sump. It's a small sump, but it's going to be effective and do the job I need it to do, okay? And we'll continue this when I get this up and running. So I will take a video of that so you can see how this works in all its different parts. All right, so this is typically how a little sprinkler system will work. This will help spread the water through the top of the media. And this is the next step. Just kind of wanted to show you guys what this is doing here. Pretty cool. So that's what's going on. We're not leaking out of the top, which is a good thing. It means our holes are big enough and we have enough of them. So we're going to put this thing together and get it started. I'll show you that here in just a second. All right, so with the valve open, I turn on the pump. You can see we're filling up with water here. And as we're filling out, this thing holds about maybe 1.5 gallons of water. So we're going to fill up, and then I should start seeing the water coming out of the end over here. And I'm going to adjust my valve to where I want my water to sit, at what level. So we're going to do that here in a second. There we go. So we get the water starting to come out of the end. I got to somehow fix my phone here, so start adjusting this valve. Okay, so I've done a little adjustment on the valve. Water should go up above. You see I'm slowing the water flow ever so slightly. Alright, so always pay attention to where your water level is. I'm about right there right now. I'm going to get it up here just past this line. When I do, I'll adjust the water so the water level will stay there. And we're almost there. Going up, up, and we're hitting the end there. Alright, so now we're going to start playing with the adjustment just slightly. So we can keep the water level exactly where we want it. See my water level staying. Got a little bit better flow. You've got to keep an eye on this. This is not an exact science. You can even use a marker to mark it. Right about there seems to be doing the trick. So that's how we set up the pump. That's how we set up all the water flow anyway, to get our height adjustment in the box. You can see my water lines right there. And we just have the tube going through the top. We got our sprinkler system inside, spraying the water out, giving me about that much coverage. And I'll change the media, or the mechanical filter, which is just our poly. We'll change that out typically about once or twice a week. It just depends on how dirty it's getting. You just pop the lid off, check it. If it's not dirty, put the lid back on. You're good to go. That's it, guys. That's how we got this thing to work. See all the fry in here are happy. We got platies and guppies. And over here, more platies and guppies. We've got hundreds of fry in here. This is what we're doing, so you guys can see why I'm having to add filtration. These guys aren't going to stay small forever, so they're starting to grow up, and you just need more filtration the more fish you have, obviously. So just added some driftwood in both of these little tanks yesterday. And again, we're going to check our water level. It's dropping just ever so slightly. We're just ever so slightly going to adjust that. So just keep checking it, guys. That's the only way to do it. So this is how everything works here. You see the other filter that we built earlier today? Not running right now. Oh yeah, it is running. I apologize. I never did turn it off. I'm gonna come back in here and do that. So anyway, guys, this is where we're at. Pretty sweet. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We do a lot of DIYs and different tank builds, stuff like that. So if you like what we're doing, hit the subscribe button. And there it is. I've got a little tiny sump, but a 1.5 gallon sump for my fish breeding tank. Thanks again for watching. We'll talk to you later.